Welcome to the first in-person stage watch-along of LRCP here with Benji, the whole crew, Luke, Talia, Bree, and Eliza in the background, but mainly just me and Benji. Hopefully the audio is okay. We've got the peloton doing the huge lead out at 50.6 kilometers to go. It just ticked over, with Bora doing the big lead out into the base of the Cappuccini climb.
Oh, you said it right this time.
Yeah, well, I'll take it seriously on the day. Do you reckon Bora are going to send it, or is this just defensive?
I don't know. Every team's kind of moving forward for positioning, so you can't really decide yet what they're going to do. DSM?
Is that Dainese? Dainese, Ballerini, Remco, Leknesson.
Remco.
Dunbar's up there. Jumbo without Tratnik, Vos, and Geesink, they're not winning the positioning fight against the other teams at the moment. They're riding really passive, so this kind of looks like Remco's going to send it.
I hope so. Would be good for us.
It's not wet, or they're just going to block it up.
Oh no, they are blocking it out.
Yeah, they're blocking it. Ballerini's blocking through that steep pinch there. Ooh, and Affini's on the front. I think he just brought Roglic into position. Like DSM are going to go slow, right? Because
they just want to save Leknesson as much as possible, eh? And the brake just breaks.
4:27.
Mate, I told you, Healy's going to do it.
If the GC group, I don't know, if they keep riding like this, Healy's gone.
Zana will follow. AliExpress Filippo, no.
Organa's gone. He's got
exactly.
COVID, yeah. But then Healy will go again on the next climb. The next climb is straight after this. You have 2Ks, 10%. Healy's gone. He's gone. No, he's too good. That's the thing. Like, what did he come in Amstel? Second?
Yeah.
Third? Or podium Amstel.
Brabantse behind Godon.
Probably third strongest rider in Liège.
Are you telling me that Godon would have been with Healy here?
Well, maybe. No, this is too steep.
Yeah.
He's just too good for this group. Scoins? Yeah, I mean, Scoins, his timing was so good to get in the break because I thought the break was gone. He did one move, got across. He's coming back to him. Scoins is going to, I reckon, I don't know what Healy's descending is like in technical descending, but 1, 2, come on, watch. 6-7 second gap. And he's going to go again on the Cesena climb, which is hard, and then it keeps going up. This is a really technical descent, I think, really narrow. It was dry in 2019, and I think multiple riders just crashed, just rushed away. Roglic as well was full no risk, no worrying it.
We've got a question from the chat from Pedro. Is it Almeida loses 1 minute day?
Not with this pace in the GC group. It's all blocked up. So disappointing so far. Sivakov started to move. Oh, no, Ineos just moved. Ineos have moved with Sivakov. And Roglic responds. Roglic has responded immediately. I assume it's him, not Eduardo Affini.
To Sivakov, though.
I think Roglic wants to do something here, but the team with Tratnik is the man you'd have launching you. Oh, it's Bauman. I lied. It's Bauman immediately following Sivakov.
Where's Roglic, though? They're in the back.
Roglic is deeper behind Quickstep. Gegenhardt's moving up with Dunbar. Who's the other Jumbo? Is that Affini?
It looks like Affini.
Jesus.
He's probably dropping through, though. There's another one there.
Hessman. Yeah, and then G's now moving up. They were in bad position. Van Wilder looks like he's struggling. Hagen, Caruso are in okay position around Roglic.
Bowman on the right?
Yeah. So Ineos are looking to do something, but Sivakov's moved. Gegenhardt, Thomas, De Plus, all were not in good position, and they've now had to do an effort to move up onto his wheel. So it was Bowman that immediately snapped on. Now they look good, but before, when he attacked and Aronsman's having to move up, they were all in bad position.
At least we're getting some action compared to yesterday.
Oh, thank God. I thought if they were going to block this up. Bowman looks good, man. Bowman went on the inside, the steep part of that hairpin. I'm looking to see which quick-steppers are having trouble. I think Vine is there next to the Boras, just in front of or behind Roglic near Leknesson on the right. I think some GC guy is going to completely shit the bed today.
Leknesson sitting pretty far to the front, but we've got a few more questions. How big is the Ghana loss in your view? And to be honest,
he wasn't doing anything already.
Yeah, he wasn't doing too much on the flat stage. He was positioning. Maybe for this climb, he would have positioned the team better. But
in theory, yeah. But he was already sick, I think.
Yeah.
So when he was already sick, he wasn't helping so much. He was good in Giro 21. Yeah, like it is a loss, but I think Swift and Puccio are pretty good. Ineos ascending this with the plus.
47.5k is where we're at.
Moving up. 47.4 just ticked over 47.4, which is that Ballerini out the back. Do you think, is this the day Ineos are finally going to use the 2-leader strategy?
I wish.
Their plan can't be to just ride this way to the finish, right? And then sprint.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Someone's going to do something. But if you look at both of them, who's more likely to do something? And I'm kind of Gegenhardt's the one that on this terrain can actually take time. But Thomas is the one that looked the weaker of the two so far.
I mean, he's just been riding steady. I don't know. How do they use Aronsman? Because Aronsman, he wouldn't like.
He's kind of suffering.
He wouldn't like
this
pace. He doesn't like this on the steep gradients. It's not for him. Gegenhardt's really good here, and I'm looking at Formulos there. Leknesson's doing okay with Dunbar. Remco looking pretty solid.
Roglic as well. So
I mean, how do you know? It's still a large group.
Yeah.
But we might see someone. We see that Bice.
That is Davide Bice. Yes. Mattia is in the break still. Has he dropped?
Yeah, he's in the break. Wow, Healy's gone, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, credit to RCS. Normally, we don't get to see the GC group when there's a breakaway fight. So, at least they're showing it. I mean,
they're really pushing it.
Yeah. Or are they not? Or is this?
Nah, this is tempo.
Do you not think this is UAE TDF last year?
There's people dropping.
Yeah, but who?
This is a solid tempo.
It's a big group, but it is the first climb of the day. I don't know. It feels to me a bit like UAE last year, where they whack the first 500 and then knock it off a little bit, maintain front position. They're in front for the very technical descent coming up in about 2 seconds. I hope they go on with it and try on the next climb, obviously. Ineos look the strongest team in the race by far. They just don't have the two best GC guys.
The next climb's a longer one, of course, the Monte delle Cesane.
Sivakov will do the descent. He's the best descender of the Ineos guys. He's improved so much. I'll be interested because Gegenhardt will be really stressing right now because I think he'll drop the wheel a little bit. Jumbo got 3 with Bowman, Roglic, and I assume Hessman. Healy's gone. Healy's gone. So Schoens didn't get back, and Healy's super error on the descent.
What happened here? Oh, this was the attack of Healy.
Yeah,
just to recap.
Has he gone too early, or I think he had to?
I think he has to try to go at least with the best, but solo is also dangerous because now he needs to face the valleys, but he's a decent time trawler. So
he's wearing a TT suit.
There's not a big gap between this climb and the next one. I had a discussion with our producer Luke this morning because we saw a tweet from Jesse Cole saying, where does this guy store his gels? But it looks like he stores it in his number thing. So, because like normally skin suits don't necessarily have those for fuel, right?
I don't know if it's like a crit suit or whatever. He's also
this one looks to have it.
I don't know how aero that Whoop band is on the right hand side. The numbers are pinned. The numbers they've cut the corners of the numbers.
Yeah,
they're really flat. I think because they're not within the pockets.
He's winning the stage. I'm sorry, I'm saying it.
Look out, it's 4 minutes, right?
Yeah, 4:20.
But Ineos will go so slow on this descent now, so he will take another 25-30 back. Those socks, though.
So was that just an initial push to then go again on the next climb and see if Remco indeed is hurt today, or is that an attempt to launch it later on? Because
how many years have we been saying it?
There's no one they've got no satellite riders here, so they can't launch to someone on the next climb either, right?
How many years have we been saying Ineos are going to do something funky and creative? And the reality is technical, dangerous descent coming. Let's move to the front and be in front could be the explanation for it. I mean, Healy's got a pace against. They've got a chain gang going in the valley now, but doesn't the next climb, I don't have PCS in front of me. They start the next climb now, right?
2 kilometers or something.
So, and this is a big gap to Healy.
Yeah.
I don't know, I didn't time it, but
I'll take a look at the gradients of the next climb, the Monte delle Cesane. It's 7.8k at 6.6%, but the first K is 4%, then we've got 2 kilometers at 10.3 and 10.7. So there's steepness there. That's still Healy territory.
The break's never bringing Healy back unless he has some sort of hunger problem. And he just proved in Amstel and Liège he can do 6-7 hours without hunger problems.
And even then, if he gets over the next climb, you've got a long descent of like 10-ish kilometers, then a small hill, then a 5-kilometer flat section, then once again cappuccino, whatever you call it, climb.
They're never getting him. He's gone.
Healy wins the stage, eh?
Well, no.
Unless GC comes
grid,
back.
depends on the GC grid, but it's like, how many Ks left? 43 or something? It would have to be Remco, I think. It'd have to be Remco launching to catch him, and I don't see Remco. I don't see him launching at all.
Because he knows tomorrow that he'll gain time on paper, eh?
You're going to gain what? A minute on Roglic tomorrow? Most likely. And then, I mean, I think he'd also be worried about the descents. So, yeah.
We're getting recaps only now. What happened?
What
Is this a recap, right? That we're seeing?
of them rolling over the line, yeah.
Let's hope we get some live footage soon.
No rain.
This is a very long slow motion.
Show GC. They've lost the GC motor, I think, has been told to not be in front of them on the descent. So unfortunately, we have no footage of the GC group doing the descent, but I assume it's Sivakov on the front for Ineos. Yeah.
What do you guys think of the EF kit? Says Gemma.
It's not my favourite one they've ever done. I think the Palace black patchwork quilt one was better. A couple of years ago, is that the one Bettiol won in?
I liked a lot the one that looked on the Tour de la Provence one.
Yeah, that was the. I don't know what that was called. It had a name. I'm watching the descent to see if someone drops the wheel. Remco's in front of his teammates. Took a very bad line through that corner.
Oh,
Skirn's bike change.
That's an engine from the
Crashed.
second
He
group.
crashed. His knee. Look at his left knee. Weird spot to crash. A little uphill. Do you reckon he crashed? Healy's going to rip this gap open out so much now. McNulty must be spewing. This was supposed to be him.
While we're seeing Healy up the front, then the peloton kind of stagnated until the next climb. What have you thought of the Giro so far?
The first 3-4 stages are pretty good. Then the sprint stage were okay.
Yeah.
Yesterday was really bad. And what was the day before yesterday? Grove sprint. That was just a mess. That was a wet.
All the crashes. Oh,
I think, they can't predict a headwind yesterday. You say there's no headwind. It might have been a bit better. I think it's been pretty good so far. I mean, I question having the TT tomorrow instead of a mountain stage, and maybe have the TT instead of
stage 12 or something.
Yeah, one of the MISC stages on Tuesday or Wednesday before Crans-Montana. I think pairing the TT and Crans-Montana in the second week would be really interesting. Having it tomorrow, I don't know, because But then the Vuelta, what did the Vuelta have? They had Picojano, Fonquaya, Les Perez. They front loaded it.
It's completely different. It is completely backloaded in. This
Healy has a minute 7.
He's gone. 5 minutes on the group behind on the peloton.
And now the group will splinter again,
42.4k, just rolled over.
Jumbo got 6 again. Omen, Koos, Hessman, Roglic. UAE got a train of Ulisi, I think, on the front for Vine, and I don't know where Almeida is. He's there, 4th.
Remco's got Cataneo in front of him, Van Wilder behind him. Who's the first one of?
I don't know.
Haven't had the close.
Cody's now moving up.
Slovakia? Okay.
They're at 5 minutes. So look, Ineos, they lost 30 seconds plus on the descent.
Yeah.
They lost so much time on the descent. So yeah.
They tried something.
I mean, we'll see now the next climb. Me being cynical, I think it was defensive. But how many did Bahrain have here? 3. Hagen's
and
there.
That's 3 leaders probably. Buitrago.
Buitrago's there.
And that's our leaders?
Yeah, they're looking pretty thin. I mean, Sam, this is another stage. Like, why don't Ineos play Gegenhardt with Asante, with Kamna, with Vine? Or isn't this the stage where you put Remco under pressure? Like, I'm not convinced that if you push really hard here, and this is a longer climb, that his teammates make it over the top with him within a striking range.
Yeah, but don't you think that, for example, Bahrain and Bora and so forth, and those kind of teams who are not necessarily the the riders that can win this Giro are not looking at Remco, but instead at Bora and Bahrain and maybe Ineos as well for the podium.
Yeah, and maybe they think, okay, what? I'm going to attack. Ineos will put the Plus on the front, hold me at 15, 20 seconds, and I get nothing. And there's a valley coming up after this longer climb. So maybe they're thinking that, but yeah, the GC group's gone real slow. Like, issue for UAE rider. Looks like
Ulisi
dropped his chain or something.
Yeah.
As that road narrowed.
And it's pretty steep, right?
No, it's McNulty.
We cannot recognize it from the heli.
Oh, I can now. He looks
Yeah,
bigger than
exactly.
Ulisi. What happened?
Do we see it there? Ooh. No. Oh. Arensman rode into his back.
Arensman rode into...
And Van Wilder? Tree.
I think McNulty dropped his chain when they started to go uphill.
That's got to now.
You reckon Arensman rode into him in his bikes? Yeah. So Arensman's at big risk of getting dropped now. Because if this kicks off, I wonder if Ineos will now block it up even more. Because they're pacing on the front. So Arensman is in real trouble if this goes hard. If they go hard on the steep section.
I think he'll be fine. I think he'll reattach, if not already.
He's at the back, but I'm just saying he's not. I wouldn't say this is great for him.
I'm glad it's not raining for our boy Joao Almeida.
Covey looks relaxed. Koos looks relaxed. Big right turn coming up. 41.6 k's to go.
Quisson24 in the chat says a prediction. Ineos will isolate Remco on the Monte delle Cesane, so the climb right now, and then fireworks in the Cappuccino. I don't see it. Because
they ride one way. They think we'll just get G and Gegenhardt through to the third week, and then something magical will happen.
Healy's taking time on them, fully.
Yeah, they're not
5:23 at this point, 41.5k to go.
Because initially, when a GC team starts to move to the front, right, on these climbs, it looks like a lot of people are getting dropped. But then those people get dropped who are always going to get dropped anyway.
Yeah.
The Affinis, the Ballerinis. And then it's like, okay, who keeps getting dropped every 30 seconds? And if you don't see people starting to yo-yo, then really the pace isn't that serious.
Sadia asks, what do we think of the helicopter thing? We'll go into it on the podcast as well, but Sean mentioned something now.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I just want to know what the sanction is. I think they can't sanction the riders. Imagine the race organizer comes to you and says, hey, we have this transport option. You just have to pay cost price. You know, you can't have the organizer bait GC contenders into taking a transport option and then punish them with a time penalty. So it has to be a fine to RCS if there needs to be a fine at all.
I don't know, because we start off with the situation of everybody thinking it's only Remco and Quickstep that had the benefit, but then obviously it came out that
it's all of Bahrain.
A ton of teams got the option in the sense that EF was on there with Uran and with Carfi. Bahrain was on there. When it comes to Ineos, I'm not 100% certain because I heard some rumors that G said on the podcast that they didn't use it, but then I heard something about the Plus being scared on a helicopter, so I'm not sure if it actually happened for them or not.
I thought they got the cable car.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe the Plus was scared on the cable car.
I think, that a cable car he wasn't happy in a lift the other day.
But anyway, that regardless, if everybody's gotten the option, there is still the unfair advantage for the teams that can't really afford that, like a Bardiani and a Koratek and so forth.
Yeah.
But it won't necessarily make the difference for GC teams, I think, who have the finances for it.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it like a slippery slope argument? Okay, it's a helicopter, €1,000 a rider here now, and then what is it next year? It's a €500 supplement per rider per evening to stay in a nicer hotel, or nicer transport. I guess that's what the UCI is thinking, that it's a slippery slope. But the sport doesn't have a salary cap in the first place, so it's not like there's a lot of other advantages that the rich teams have already.
But my thought was exactly that. For example, the advantages that they get in the preparation for the race. For example, Jumbo can store every rider they have on Tijden for 17 decades, and they have the finances to do that, while a team like Bardiani won't be able to even maybe send 5 riders on a training camp like that. So there's an unfair advantage there, but then again, that's the factor of the economy of the sport.
That's professional
And then
sports.
maybe the UCI thinks of it. It's Luke, our producer, that came up with this factor. Maybe the UCI is like, we can control the post-race stuff, so maybe we can actually have a hand there and make it a bit more fair between the teams.
I mean, how much control should you have over teams outside of the lines, you know? Like, it's already... Teams can't have their riders sleep on a special bus. They have to sleep in the hotel provided by the teams. Like, that's already quite a big overstep, I think, you know, for a month, saying, you have to sleep in this particular way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, and that's to stop, I think, Sky, they were going to have, like, their own motorhome with beds for the GC leaders.
I think Remco has one. I think Remco's got a little bit of a motorhome or camping for a camper for himself in this Giro, but I think there's a UCI rule somewhere. Luke, also a producer, brought it up, that the hotels for the Giro or for any race, really, a Grand Tour, whatever, they need to be relatively equal as possible throughout, so that, for example, if an Ineos sleeps in 5-star hotels, not restaurants, in 5-star hotels in the first week, then they're going to try and even that out by the third week, for example, so every team has had every quality or the average quality of a Wisi Jumbo.
Let's go. Yeah, everyone has to have the same amount of stars after the race in theory. So
148.
they have to each average a 3 stars, Omen, right?
Yeah.
Jumbo is starting to send now with Hessman. There's De Plus on his wheel, then Bowman, Koos, Leknesund is
dying.
No, that's his self-selected cadence.
He's always dying.
That's high revs for Leknesund. Now it's starting to get thin. Vavaka is at the back, no? Or is that Seri? Seri, I think, already might be gone. Remco is nicely in about 10th wheel on his own. But Van Wilder is just behind him. Ulysses is getting dropped now. Now there's a few guys starting to get dropped. Apparently the GC group's on the 10% section. Because the first K was 4%. That's when no one did anything. Jumbo obviously have an idea to try something today. Almeida there.
Is Primoz going to send it on the cappuccino or on this one?
I don't know, because what is this? A valley between this, right?
There's a valley between this climb and the next one, local here. We've got the Monte del Cesane.
But then there's another punch straight after.
Yeah, this one tops at roughly 26.5 kilometers to go. We're now at 26.5? Can't be. Am I drunk? 36.
We're at 39.1 to go on TV.
36.5.
Is this a gravel road, or what is this? Or is it just like got dust on it?
Mate,
no, it's not a gravel road.
In the UK, this is a regular road.
I mean, you run a lot of races in your country on things that I wouldn't consider roads. Man, Healy is so strong. He's put 90 seconds into this group. And Filippo Zana and Bice are going to start punching on. They're having their own little war at the moment. This group is thin now. Uran is in trouble. Van Wilder is in the gutter. People are getting gapped for Vikers off the back.
I like Leknesund. That's my cadence.
Leknesund is doing really well. It's like it's cliche, but like the power of the leader's jersey, right? Like without the leader's jersey, he probably just drops now, you know?
Yeah, but this is also the terrain where I expect him to do better than a really good mountain stage, for example. Let's say yesterday was fought from 20k from the line. Leknesund would have been in trouble, but this is different, I would say.
He's good on this sort of stuff because this is going to end, at least he'll hope, soon.
Almeida looking good.
Yeah, in front of Remco.
Where's Mr. J?
He's there.
That was Jay, not
Yeah.
Brandon.
Really?
Yeah, that's just a shame.
You sure?
And I had his bandage
All
on his leg.
right. Okay. Anyway, he's back. He's back in a good spot. Hessman is what, a second-year World Tour pro? Big guy. Third or something in L'Avenir last year. He's actually quite a good versatile rouleur. Probably on no money.
Was great in L'Avenir last year, indeed. So it's also the kind of rider where
moving back up. Sorry, where was Gegenhardt? Now, okay, it seems like the pace has eased off a little bit. It's not a steep section. 4%.
Be no complaining.
Was Gegenhardt in trouble?
I don't know. I don't expect him to be in trouble there.
Why was he deep in the group and then it levels off and it's 2% and he moves back up? Same thing happened with Vavaka and Van Wilder. Now they move back up. Mm,
A lot of people are saying Healy's already won the stage. I agree. I
Yeah.
called it yesterday, my friend.
I think he's gone.
It's the only name I mentioned 17 times.
Yeah. Wow, I might close him. Who knows? Mattia Bice.
Derek G, the man of the broken wheel on Truid Arenberg.
Yeah,
Pretty versatile as well, eh?
Derek G is really good. He's got a lot.
Isn't he Canadian TT champ, or was that
Yeah,
on Pro
yeah.
Cycling
He's
Manager
got a
when I
lot-
played it?
No, he's got a lot of power. So now they're going on to some sort of pave section.
Ooh.
And Hessman's driving it again. Aronsman's back. 3 Bahrainer there. EF, Carthy, Cepeda, and Uran, I think, are really vulnerable right now as well. Not that they're sort of top podium contenders, but
Hesman's doing God's work, Trotnik style.
yeah.
Would this have been the role you see Trotnik in, or would you have expected him to
Yeah,
be
something like
one
this.
step later?
I mean, yeah, this sort of terrain, yeah.
Varka once again in trouble, number 8. Third rider
And
at the back.
Hirt, is that Hirt as well?
I did not see here.
Yeah, Hirt is not looking good at the moment. Ineos look really strong.
I also expect him to be better on like the brutal mountain
Yeah,
stages than
yeah.
this stage, to be honest.
His 5-minute power is not, what he's known for.
This is going to be a good stage.
I mean, will it?
Yeah, it will.
But
I feel it.
Is a GC contender going to attack on this climb? Yeah, I reckon, because if you don't attack here, right, then you have to wait until the last cappuccino, which is with, 6Ks to go, and then it's going to be probably a small group sprint. So you either have to go here or you have to wait another 45 minutes.
How far are they on the climb? They've got 3.5K to go towards the top, I think, at this point.
Well, then
Roughly.
Jumbo need to put Koos to pace if they really want to, although Hessman's doing a good job.
A drop in quick step domestiques.
Yeah, but they'll come back.
Yeah.
Because then what? Are you going to make Hessman pace the valley the whole time?
Won't happen, eh?
No.
Unless Quickstep sees it and is like, Ineos sees it and is like, let's use one of our riders
Ineos
there.
not going to pace full gas to keep Varka behind.
I'm afraid not. Here it's also suffering now, like you said. I think like 7 riders off the back.
Yeah. And Healy's still not losing any time.
Bye. What a man.
It's crazy. And he tried so hard to get in the break.
Like he was one of the most
Yeah.
active guys at the start. Also in
So marked as
stage
well.
4 as well, where McNulty was trying
Yeah.
10 times. Hilly was also trying multiple times.
He was marked by everybody. Feeding or mechanical the only thing going to stop him. Does he have a mechanical?
Please no.
Man, G is doing better than I expected on this.
Did you expect Verona to do better?
No.
Okay.
Like, Healy, as I said, Healy
Hilly's king.
came top 5 in Liège, right, or something?
Yeah.
Second in Amstel, like...
Was it not
there's-
top 3?
He's just a different caliber of guy.
Because he dropped... Yeah,
Santi-
4th,
Santi
you're
came
right.
third. Yeah, second in Amstel, 4th in Liège.
Behind Pitcock and Butrago.
He had gone. Is that cool?
104.
So he's good enough to be still with this group now, but he didn't get in the break.
I think Jake Stewart tried to bridge this.
Stewart tried, but
Yeah.
many more times than Kung. Like,
Yeah.
again, but I really don't see anyone but like the best GC guys going with Healy. So Hessman, when he stops, will Ineos, they'll slow down, right?
I think so, because at this point I see Hessman doing it until the top, and then Ineos just taking over just before the top to go safely into the descent.
Yeah. Sorry, I got a bit of a nose cold, everybody.
The second group isn't getting any closer. 138 towards the front at 36.6 kilometers now.
They're finished.
528 to the peloton.
Is G here as a satellite rider for a nuclear Pozzovivo attack in 2 seconds?
Talking about, oh, Derek G. I was like,
yeah.
Geraint Thomas?
No, the better G, Derek G.
Yeah. Knowing that this is the last proper Grand Tour for Giro, where he's like, for Thomas at the moment this year, do you expect him to go all out if he's in a losing position?
I don't know. I think, isn't G's play to hope Remco and Roglic crash out and then control and win? And
Or Ineos in general? Isn't that their play in general?
I think so. It's not even, it's conservative, but this is a gruppetto. This is the drop group, right? No, Aaron's
No, this
still
is
there.
it. Here it's at the back. Same group, GC group.
And made everything back up.
Right.
Almost at the top with Healy, so the others are roughly 2.5 minutes from the top, roughly.
Who does Healy remind you of?
So 7 minutes to the peloton to the top, roughly. Who does Healy remind me of?
Isn't that the KOM?
Ooh, that is the KOM, but the
Okay.
others are 7 minutes off the top. The GC group, I think.
Aren't
That
they at 5:25?
you're at 5:25. You're right. I meant at 200 meters to go.
Yeah.
They were. What are we seeing on right? Other predictions. Okay, interesting.
Oh, I'm seeing how technical this descent is. A little bit of false flat.
So a reminder, we're now at 35.9 kilometers.
Still just Hessman pacing.
Jim was asking how long we're going to be together here.
Another couple of days. And then
Unfortunately,
Benji's got to go back
I have to
to
depart again.
Yeah.
Belgian scolding. How's Leknison doing, by the way? He was still there, eh? Or
I didn't see him recently. He's probably there. People came back a little bit on the shallow section. But this bit that the dropped brake is on still looks quite hard. The last 150 meters, like, I wouldn't be surprised. Would you be surprised to see Roglic attack through here, you know? Remco will cover it pretty easily.
I think he will.
Yeah. But, like, Jumbo's, the stage is gone, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you put Hessman to drive a really hard pace.
You need to do something with it, eh?
Is that to just see if Remco insta drops, you know, or has a problem? Is it so that Roglic can go here, or like or on the descent? Like, what's the plan?
Because if Roglic goes here, he has to get over that small hill, which 800 meters at 10.9%
Yeah.
after the descent, and then a valley of roughly 5 to 10
Yeah,
kilometers,
the group's
something
too
like
big for
that.
anyway. And they didn't put Bowman or Koos to pace yet.
Yeah.
Although I can't even see. No, they just came into shot. But Mulder and Van Vavaka are back, and so is Leknison's there. So the pace hasn't been as difficult the last.
Is there
5
is there
years.
something in sending the descent towards that steep 10% 800 meter thing and there trying something?
I would, because I'm really not convinced of Remco's descending. I'm really not. Under pressure, with people going apace, he doesn't want to go on these sort of roads. I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised even to see Caruso and Haig if they've got the legs. I can see Jack talking to Caruso right now, although they're just getting bid-ons. But they did exactly the same thing on Carpena in Tirreno last year. Caruso went into the front. He nearly crashed, actually, on the Carpena descent, the first Carpena. For
Was that the one
Landa.
where Bilbao did something?
And then they dropped Bilbao when they accelerated, and then Bilbao came back on the descent, dropped them on the end of the descent.
Oh, the memories.
Hang on, Michael.
34 kilometers just showed up.
Rubio's still there. Well, Ana Rubio attacked to Verona. Nuclear brew.
X'd out.
I can't tell the difference between Kamner and... I can't see. Like, I presume Kamner's there. It's too
Yeah,
big
he
a
should
group.
be, yeah?
Yeah. Formulo's doing a really good job for Vine, keeping him front. Formulo's a pretty solid descender, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also good on this terrain. Eh?
Yeah,
For example,
this
the
is really good.
Castelfidardo stage, he was really good for Pogacar, who had his
Yeah.
mechanical, I think, if I recall correctly.
Technical hilly Italian circuits, he's
Yeah.
pretty good. Ulysses dropped off a bit, I think.
Ulysses is also very inconsistent when it comes to that, in my opinion. It's like,
Yeah, but this is the race he's usually good at.
yeah, that's true.
This is the race he peaks for. Three or four Bora. Rigo looks like the GC dream is going to die, I think, today.
I'd like to see like a good overview of a descent at some point where we can
Yeah.
actually view if Almeida's ascending has gotten better. Because didn't he
can't-
work with that
yeah,
same
but
dude
You
over the
can't, you
winter?
can't put a motorbike in the middle of the field.
Yeah, just next to Almeida.
Yeah. That's a weird spot for Jumbo to take bid-ons. Ineos slowing down now that Hessman's gone. They're trying to block the front. The Plouffe going to the front for the descent. No GC attacks coming. It's interesting. Remco doesn't ride behind his teammates. He rides in front of Avaca and Van Wilder. Probably the right thing to do, actually, because you can respond to... although Roglic is on the other side of the road, so if he went here, which he won't, but it'd be difficult for Remco to get out. Bob Jungels is doing a really good job for Kemner and Vlasov.
Is it me or does Bob Jungels look very different now that he rides for Bora?
Yeah, he looks...
It's a different man.
Yeah, he looks really young. He's my age, he's old. Yeah. Huge is still there.
I miss good old Bob Jungels. Winner of Liège, Bastogne-Liège. Crazy, huh?
Kerner.
Potso
swinging.
This cough at this dude? Ooh la la.
I don't know how technical... They haven't even really shown Healy on the descent.
No, they haven't.
So...
Have they just removed motorbikes?
Okay, it's really technical then.
We see...
Yeah, the motorbikes won't show anything.
We see mountains. What do you think about these foresty mountains, my friend? Are there vultures in this area?
Where are we?
We are in Italy.
Abruzzo region. Probably, yeah. It's a little far south. Maybe they're here.
Are they here now in Andorra?
Yeah, they're back. Even though there's a cold snap, it snowed last night, which is kind of scary. Did you ride this morning?
I did ride this morning. It was cold and rainy and sad. I also didn't ride that long because halfway through I was mentally like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Might as well go home. Then I realized, okay, there's like this big bump uphill, like 10% for like 400 meters into the apartment. I was like, I'm dying here.
31 Ks to go on the dot. We got Healy back on the descent. Ooh, big sweeper. Good road surface at least. They're very lucky it's not been raining today.
Yeah.
Because these hairpins on this sort of road surface, no chance.
Oh, terrifying. Even if it's Jesus, it's on the edge.
Use every inch of the road.
I like, to be honest, thinking about it for a second. By the way, our producer Luke has done a hell of a job to the point that we've now got the ticker on the screen of the amount of kilometers.
Oh, really?
Which is, how crazy is that? Props for Luke, everybody. I want to see hype in the chat for Luke.
Can we crop out the
time?
No, can we crop it in a bit more so it doesn't have the images in the back? So it's just the kilometers to go graphic. Oh, I can see it in live time.
Everybody's hyping up Luke, and by the way, it's Luke with a C, like Captain Sushi in the chat is saying.
There's only 1.5
That's perfect.
km of straightish roads in these descents.
Right.
Everything else is total.
I mean, I presume Ineos are going to take it easy again, and Healy's going to take time back to the peloton. But he's going to...
Yeah, he doesn't need it either, eh?
No.
5:30 to the peloton.
Yeah.
As long as he can keep the second group behind him, Healy's winning the stage, and
yeah.
then I'm going to do my victory tour afterwards on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's the only name I kept repeating 17 times.
Zana's
actually been was the kind of rider where last year I wasn't really sure what he was going to offer for Jacob, but he's actually shown to be really versatile, helping out both the versatile sprinting team for Matthews, and then next to that, solid in breakaways at the moment. Against Healy on this terrain, he can't really do much, but I do see him winning perhaps a mountain stage throughout the rest of the days. But the issue is going to be dependent on whether the peloton is going to want to win the mountain stage or not. Crans Montana is going to be GC winning, right?
He'll be domestique for Eddie Dunbar GC.
I think so.
Yeah. So.
What do you think, Eddie Dunbar GC? Top 10?
Yeah, I think in top 10.
Top 5, I don't believe in.
No, the TT is too problematic.
But like you said, Ineos riding at safety tempo is what I'd say, with Bora on the left side, Jumbo on the right.
So what, they descend straight into the next climb, right?
Yeah, there's
a little pickup.
Tiny pickup.
It's a 1K 10% punch.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, they descend straight into it.
And then another small descent, then we've got 5 kilometers of flat-ish. Well, I'm calling it flat, but I don't think it's too flat in this terrain anyway.
No.
relatively flat, I'd say. For these pros, it's going to be flat. For me, it'd be Mohon too. He looks so good on the bike, Healy.
Yeah, illegal socks. He wouldn't have won without the socks being that high.
It's at least 60% of his leg.
Yeah, of his femur length or what tibia length.
I have absolutely no clue what that means, but I'll take it.
The bone, they measure it from like the bone, and it can't be over halfway. So I assume UCL will release something tomorrow morning, strongly condemning
Strongly condemned like the
his
helicopter.
sock height. We will take sanctions and necessary measures to prevent this happening again.
Will they take away his victory because of the socks and give it to who's going to win from the second group? Who's going to be second?
Mattia Bice.
I don't believe in Mattia Bice, I'm afraid.
Zana will throw a bid on at him. Where is Remco, huh?
What isn't it? Oh, Remco's 10th position-ish.
He's all right. UAE moving up now.
Bring Almeida to the front.
Coming up the inside.
Or is it Vine? I can't tell. Well,
Then they dropped his teammate's wheel.
he kind of got stuck there for a second.
No, he's back there.
Who's in the wheel? Is it Vine or is it Almeida?
It's Almeida. They're not going full gas. Sivakov's at 100 watts. Vine's on the right.
Yeah.
He should just stay there and relax, I think.
With Jack, fellow Australian.
Yeah.
Are they friends?
Yeah. All Australians know each other, even before they came here.
From the womb.
Yeah.
That is actually terrifying.
They're all distant relatives.
Yeah, we're all related.
All cousins.
We're all friends. Hugh doesn't like the descents, I don't think, too much.
Anyway, we're in a bit of a descent, so if you have any questions, drop it in the chat. I'll try and bring it up. Who will be the strongest in the bunch on the final cappuccino climb? Well, that's
Remco.
if we... Remco's going to be the strongest?
Yeah.
Remco's going to win the Giro still for you?
I mean...
Not Almeida?
If
Come on.
If he hasn't had problems in this stage, and he takes huge time in the TT, the only way he loses is a crash or a really big... I mean, we haven't got...
It's not unrealistic, eh?
We haven't come to the big mountains yet, so...
And he also hasn't done a Crans-Montana-like stage in his career before it.
Yeah.
When's the last time Roglic did something like that? Well, last year, Granol, but it wasn't really for him, eh?
Yeah, Granol.
He already knew that he was throwing it all in the gutter for Jonas at that point, eh? Well,
This is like a bad road surface.
I hope everybody stays on the bike. That one rider
Thank
swerved
God.
a bit too much on the left for my liking
They're
there.
not going that quick. Yeah. If they were going really quick, they wouldn't be two abreast in the corners.
Who wins the time trial tomorrow? I think with Ghana off out of the race because of COVID, I feel
Remco
like.
win easily.
By the way, everybody that was in the cable car together with Ghana is like
Yeah.
terrified now.
Imagine. I mean, Ineos, yeah, but like, who else had COVID? Alpecin with Conchi.
Yeah.
Did FDJ had a guy come out? Cofidis, it was just sickness. Bora had a COVID. Aliotti. So it seems to be amongst a lot of the teams, and so first rest day might be, and a lot of the teams might not be testing every day. So, and they might be testing on the rest days, which is a hangover from when ASO, I think, used to do the compulsory tests and you hand them in on the rest days. So maybe teams will do their own tests on the rest day and we have some more, or I don't know, but I don't think it's the last of it, especially with people having to mingle with the public to get to their team bus.
A lot of people.
Yeah, and there's just sickness from Romandy, from
Wet day.
200 Ks in the wet.
Allergic to 200-kilometer stages.
Yeah. G is good on this descent.
We got a question from Paul. Who are the other people in the background?
So we've got Brie Vine here watching nervously. Got Mrs. Rouge. Got Mrs. Naesen or Ms. Naesen, maybe. We'll see. 50% of the way there. And we've got Luke, producer, in the background.
Don't worry, in a few years they'll all be mic'd up, but we only have 2 mics today. So
Yeah. Verona's getting gapped in the descent by G, track rider.
shocking, huh?
Yeah. G is really good.
Yeah.
They've held their gaps pretty stable as well to the peloton at 4:10.
What would you do for the rest of the stage as Sudal Quickstep? I think,
Defend.
yeah, defend until the last cappuccino climb, and if you see an opportunity to attack,
Yeah.
then you do it, but you don't necessarily need to as much because you know if you're Remco that you're going to gain time tomorrow on paper
Yeah.
if everything goes normal. So I'd say if you really see someone suffering or something, then you try and attack. Maybe towards the end of Cappuccini, if you feel good, then try something. But obviously you're gonna have to risk a bit in the descent then. But that's part of the game, eh? The game's the game.
Trying to see the group. Is that Vine third wheel or Almeida? Can't keep not being able to tell the difference. Vine's taller.
Just look at the mustache.
Yeah, true.
What do you think? Should Almeida tear off his mustache?
He's not had a terrible day yet, so I'd say keep it.
The Portuguese are saying that he should keep it because
Yeah.
it's apparently a Portuguese thing since Morgado.
I think he's got to keep it.
In the chat, what do you think? Almeida mustache or no mustache? I gotta see it.
All of the boys doing the training altitude camp grew a moustache. Jane was definitely shaving that off. There wasn't much of one, but
I can't grow a mustache.
The Boulder Speed asks, why have none of the UAE riders been able to get in a breaker? Well, in stage 4, McNulty got chased down relentlessly, but in this stage, I would have expected one of them to at
Look at
least be in a
Gegenhardt
breakaway.
dropping the wheel. Or one of the Ineos guys.
It's too far for me to recognize anyone, and the trees are in the way.
Look at that.
There's a bit of a gap there.
Yeah. It's not
He's going to
like,
close it down.
I'm just saying, like, one of the Ineos guys keeps dropping. Is Thomas? Oh,
Yo, he's keeping Almeida well to the front there.
Thomas said Gloag had a problem dropping the wheel. But I guess G closed it, so it's okay. G never crashed anyone else out of a Grand Tour.
So Gegenhardt's on the wheel of Thomas.
Yeah.
No?
Getting backed off.
So you'd switch it around there?
No, I would not.
No, not even for safety of Gegenhardt and the chance that
For
Thomas crashes the entire group out.
Safety of Thomas.
Oh, like that. That's also true.
Gegenhardt crashed in the run into those Perez last year.
Yeah.
Even like Vlasov crashed in the Carpenia descent, I think, last year. Or he crashed in a descent, maybe, no, on the Covadonga descent. Before Covadonga, he crashed in the World Cup.
I do not remember.
Yeah, he crashed. But Formula is doing a really, really good job.
21.3, 137 now.
Pozzo's
Group 2.
right at the back.
541 to the peloton. So yeah, Healy still has it, and that's not going to change it. Ben Healy's going to win this stage, and this guy, like, what a year for Ben Healy.
Yeah.
What a signing. This guy comes from Trinity in 2021, if I recall correctly, and then got signed in 2022. Didn't really break through, but got some decent results throughout the year, like top 5s and so forth in stages, top 10s in stages. So we knew he could do something, but a serious step up, towards this year, where he starts off in Mallorca Challenge just getting a podium, but then Copia Bartali third on that. But it really kicked off winning Industria and Artigianato, and then the Hill Classics, second Brabants, a second Amstel, fourth LBL, and how he's going to win a Giro stage if things follow.
Yeah, well, the time gap's been stable for 20k, so...
But this was the stage for him,
yeah, it looks pretty good.
This was the perfect stage for Healy to take.
I thought it was like a Bettiol stage, but he's better for this than Bettiol, and Bettiol and Court don't look very good at the moment. Maybe Court's coming good. But is he out of contract? Do Ineos make a big play for him? English speaker.
He is out of contract, yes.
Yeah, so their Ardennes squad, put him around Pidcock. Him and Pidcock could be
A great duo.
yeah.
But if you're Healy,
Do you want to go? Yeah, you could just be well. Him and Powell's going to share
I
responsibility.
think Kiev is willing to pay him to stay there for the Hill Classics.
Yeah, they should. What's the point of not extending him?
UAE pacing on this tiny climb?
This is the little pickup, right?
Yep. 1K 10%?
UAE should send it.
With who?
Either Almeida or Vine. Why not?
I think Vine should attack earlier.
Yeah, like he's better on the punchy stuff than Almeida anyway.
And Almeida gets a bonus when he's behind people. So
Yeah, Almeida sit in the group. Vine goes with somebody.
problem is, who will go with him?
Roglic.
Ineos should send someone with him, though.
Kemna. Ineos should send someone with him. Put pressure on Remco.
Optimus Prime, that's a terrible joke in the chat. I do not stand for it. This Ben guy is a really good rider.
Maybe Healy's on that climb now and they're 5 minutes, 6 minutes away from it. This looks pretty steep. These sort of circuit stages are always really good. These hilly circuits in the Giro, but this one's not quite at the Torino Bora stage yet.
Yeah.
But maybe, is it missing a climb in this valley, like a proper one, before the last Cappuccini?
I don't know. Was it missing a climb before the first Cappuccini?
Yeah, to make it wasn't hard enough. They just rolled in the wheels all day.
Because if an entire peloton goes on the first Cappuccini climb, then you're gonna have way too many riders to trill down. So if you have a climb beforehand to attrition a bit, then you have more opportunity. But it's also a 200k plus stage, so maybe that goes in the legs for a few riders.
And 220 yesterday.
Yeah,
in the cold. This looks pretty steep where Healy is.
It's the rain. This man can take it all. 6 minutes now on the peloton group, so even more confirmation that this guy will take the stage.
Yeah, I'm surprised how maybe Jumbo saw Remco looked fine and have stopped because, or maybe they're going to get to this pickup and they're going to launch it again really, really hard with Bowman or someone. Otherwise, the Hessman pacing doesn't really make sense. I think Ineos. Here we go. Jumbo starting to pace again. Like
they're just gonna launch Roglic on the last climb and see if they can get something done. Eh? That's at this point the only thing that's still possible.
Sivakov could have won this from the break.
Nearly dying here.
Sivakov was good in Classica San Sebastian, second behind Remco.
Roughly 14k until the Cappuccini climb, and that's the final one. And then we've got descend with 1-ish, 2-ish kilometers afterwards.
Yeah.
Roughly.
But they're not going to catch the other group, so there won't be any bonus seconds available.
No.
The drop break guys will finish second, third, fourth, fifth, etc.
Regardless of that, they need to try something, eh? Because if you don't try to attack a twice crash to Remco on yesterday's stage, they need to do something here. Yesterday, the excuse of the headwind was there, the factor that maybe there's a danger that they can't take much on yesterday, but today there's a terrain to at least punch and see what they get, but I don't see Remco dropping on this Cappuccini climb at the end, to be honest.
Is Aurélien Parapantra there? That's all one issue there.
Valentin's gone from here, from the second group, so
it's not him,
he's in the shadow realm.
Can Parapantra drop Leknesson? Will he attack him on Cappuccini? He's in that group. How long will they take to do this climb? 3 minutes? 2.5, 3 minutes probably. Looks really steep. Maybe Roglic has one little... Problem is Ineos got 4 guys still, and 2 of them are dedicated domestic... Well, 5 guys, right? And 3 of them, 2.5 of them are proper domestiques, so...
Who's pacing for Jumbo right now?
Hessman.
Thank you. He's doing a hell of a job. Okay, there we go.
It's a pretty non-technical descent too, pedaling descent. Man, Healy's just... All the Irish, British and Australian kids just seem so much more focused on aero than... And I mean, Remco too always was like that, but like he comes in second year on his second year of his Neopro contract. Look at his position, his equipment, his hoods,
crazy.
Everything. It's crazy.
Question.
How stable he is.
Question from the chat from Asmarino888. We spoke about this a bit offline as well before. Hi guys from Eritrea. What do you think of Binyam's chances at the Tour de France?
Not good.
You're not high up on him anymore because like
no, he's still a great rider, but the difference is he's competing on you know, against Van Aert, and it just lowers the probability of winning a stage when there's just like 6 other top-class punchers there.
Bauman's taking over, but the Quick-Step train has some holes in it, or is there a rider behind that second rider?
Quick-Step look good.
Oh, no, there's a rider behind here.
Yeah, Quick-Step.
I didn't see
Quick-Step look really good.
Didn't see the third man there. Van Wilder in third, and then we've got Cattaneo in front of Remco. Maybe Van Wilder has moved in the train because of Lago Laceno? Or are we just reading too much into it at this point?
Where's Gegenhardt?
I cannot respond to you.
I don't see Gegenhardt. And I thought he was already having trouble on the other one before, and then he slid back up. Am I making it up?
Probably.
He probably is there, but I'm just watching.
Hessman off the back?
Yeah, terrible job. No, I'm kidding. Formula man. Doing such a good job.
Someone's really putting it on here.
It picks up again. Quick-Step look really good.
Yeah, like 4 riders ahead of Remco at the moment. Wow, there's still like 4 riders of Ineos. He's going to be there.
Plus Aaronsman, yeah, he's there. They're just not they're not all together.
Yeah.
Like the Sun is doing really well.
He might actually make it today.
No, if he keeps going like this, unless the GC guys full send it and Remco takes back pink, he looks stronger than Parapantra if he's even in this group. I see One Azure is there at the back.
But at this point, it doesn't matter if Remco takes pink anymore because he's going to take it tomorrow anyway. So
Yeah, but who will defend? Who will control the brake tomorrow in the time trial?
Very good question.
Maybe he wants the slot 2 minutes afterwards. It'll be a better time slot weather-wise.
Remco's looking a lot. Well, Quick-Step's looking a lot better than
on the last climb. And on the last climb.
Yeah.
I think Bowman's just trying to put some. The only answer is he's trying to put some calories into Quick-Step. Hasn't really dropped anyone serious. I don't think. Is that Ulysses?
I think that's Ulysses.
Yeah, it is.
It's an 8, 7. Yeah, Ulysses.
Yeah,
Ulysses.
small guy.
Small.
Kung is back. If you're Kung, why do you keep trying? You got the TT tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't get it.
You have the advantage on Remco and
Jump in the
Roglic
gruppetto.
that you can rest today. And I presume you're at the Giro for your big targets is the first 2 TTs because he isn't winning the last one. Why is he not dropping? Like, is he really here to help Pino back for GC? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Like, okay, try getting the break at the start of the stage, sure, fine, but...
Or is he so much in his head that Remco's so going to win tomorrow that he's like, it doesn't matter if I...
Yeah, but he's not... What
else is he? He should be in the break today in the first place.
Yeah, but okay.
He would get destroyed by Kung if he didn't anticipate anyway.
I don't understand.
Paul asks, does Remco still have his heat problem?
I reckon he does.
I don't know.
But a lot of people have a heat problem if it gets really hot all of a sudden. Like, no one likes that. How far away is it? It's 8 k's in the valley now to Cappuccini.
Roughly, yes.
One little pickup in there.
We've got a great winner in Hungary, but I won't spoil it to the listeners, I think. But I'll show it to you, my friend.
Oh my god.
He's the GOAT. Me and him go way back.
Tudor are coming. Is Marky Ishii going there?
He should be, eh? Do they have a lot of money? I think they have a lot of money.
Yeah, Tudor, I think he got a lot of money.
But Cancellara backing as like manager, so
yeah. And isn't he? Is he? She's agent?
I don't get that anymore. Was he
his
still?
agent? Because
he can't be still.
I thought he was the guy involved in like the NDA stuff with DSM. Like I thought.
Yeah.
All right, Jumbo trying now moving to the front, but the climb is finished, right? They're on a descent.
Yes. Well, the tiny climb is finished, as in the...
Cattaneo is really struggling. He dropped the wheel, or is it hit? Or they're just letting Remco in? I don't know.
I think that's here. But I can't tell you from this helicopter angle. I'm just I'm just guessing.
So what, Jumbo are going to pace the valley now with Bowman? I would let Hessman come back if you can.
Yeah, just launch it on the final climb and see where you
And
get, because like,
they're not going so hard anyway.
nah. They're hoping that Hessman comes back,
Yeah,
but
yeah. They're just trying to keep front position while it's free.
Hessman's doing the same as Cheney did last time in stage 4 in the sense of like,
Hessman's a little bit better.
yeah, he's a better rider, but you know what I mean in terms of coming back,
exactly.
working again.
He won't be far behind in the cars right now. Luis Leon is doing better than I expected. Ooh, as he nearly goes into the grass. Who's that for Intermarché Rota? Or?
1, 2, 1. It's an Italian flag that was on it, so I'm gonna guess it's Rota. I'm looking at the Hungary start list, so I'm not gonna find him on there. So let's look at the start list of the Giro instead, and then we see that it's Lorenzo Rota. Correct.
Intermarché will be really sad they didn't get the break today with him.
Yeah, or with Laurens Huis.
Yeah, and they didn't win yesterday with Patilli. And I still maintain they should have taken Herman Tayson. Okay, maybe not for Patilli. I maybe underrated Patilli a little bit, but
Still,
would you not have wanted Tayson for one of these sprints? Like, I really think the pure sprints have not been that high quality. Damn, Healy's taking the gap out again. 6 minutes. What a ride. Where's he on GC?
Who?
Healy.
he was close in the earlier days, but I'm pretty sure he's a bit further now. I'm gonna take a look while you
An hour.
on it.
Half an hour.
He got a bit of time to get back.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe on a time trial he can get into pink.
If he just
24 minutes.
If he just does this another 5 stages.
54 minutes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
GC group keeps riding like this.
Yeah.
Easily be
So Barguil is on 6 minutes, so he's going to probably lose another 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But I think this group will make it, and so
He's gonna enter the top 20 if he's not already in there.
so discussions with Jumbo, with Koos and Bowman. Is Roglic? Roglic is peeing. Okay, he's peeing. Shouldn't they have stayed behind him? Shouldn't they have stayed
Yeah,
behind him
to push him.
Yeah,
That's
and then to pace him back into the group.
he's ruining all the nature here. Like he's pissing in this beautiful terrain.
Shouldn't they have stayed with him?
Should quickstep pace now. PK 2.0.
Yeah, imagine quick-step pace now.
No, the drama. Remco would get destroyed.
That's dishonorable. Who is the 82R guy? Got a beard.
See, like Roglic has to return himself there now.
I mean, not the biggest effort. But yeah, I mean, not the biggest effort.
He still looks pretty good.
Do you reckon he's pulled the pin on it?
As in on the stage attempt. Nah, he's gonna try. So he has to try something.
Mate, it's 10.3 Ks to go and you've taken a piss.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's trying to lose weight.
Maybe he's trying to lose weight, so he goes faster up.
Yeah. Hessman's back, I think. Or is that Hessman's at the front now again? Yeah, he saw Remco do it in Norway. It's like, pff. It's not been Hessman's back pacing.
So we're heading towards the climb. I Cappuccino. Caccini. Because of you, I'm saying cappuccino as well now,
Yeah.
but how much do we have left, do you think? Roughly 2 kilometers before the climb. So
And they're on a little rise. Oh, they're about to come to a little rise now.
yeah.
Bora look really good.
Peloton's got more to do than 2K, of course. It's like 4 to 6K for the Peloton, so that's why the tempo's not rising yet. But we'll see them position themselves a bit better before the climb. On paper, if you're Bora, are you not looking to have Vlasov try and take time on someone like on a Thomas on this hill? Thomas looked pretty good on the first Cappuccini, but the tempo was pretty shit as well.
I think Thomas and Gegenhardt have been underrating themselves. Where they're like, oh, I think they're...
And Remco and Hessman are fighting.
Nah, they're just chatting.
Come on. Beat the drama, my friend.
They're just chatting.
Future contract at Quickstep for Hessman? He's probably there for a while at Jumbo, I'm guessing.
Probably under contract next year will be the end of his Neo Pro deal.
2024, yes, correct. He's been there since 2022 start.
Yeah.
Obviously, was at the Jumbo Def team for 2 years before that.
So Healy's about to enter a narrowing before a pretty steep descent all of a sudden.
Into the climb, eh?
Yeah.
I think this will lead directly into the base.
I didn't really see this on the profile. Like, this doesn't jump out at you on the profile, but this is really high speed right-hander. That is like full double lock the brakes and then 90 degrees straight into it, into pave. That is, the profile doesn't make that so obvious. You want to be first wheel through that. That is, I didn't realize that. We'll see. The lead outs are going to start now. The GC team, I'm sure they have probably studied it on Bellevue a bit more carefully than me. So there should be a huge lead out now from Quickstep and Bora and Jumbo.
Yeah,
and
but
Ineos.
instead we're seeing a Castle.
Malatestiana Fortressa Fossombrone.
Your Italian's great.
Yeah.
Too bad they hate you now since you broke the spaghetti.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't that exciting, I'll be honest. It just looks like a ruin. 10 a penny in Italy.
Come on, show us riders.
Italian capital of agriculture.
Who the fuck
no,
cares?
culture. Culture.
Agriculture and culture.
No, I thought it said agricultura. It says della cultura. They've got truffles here, I guess.
Finally,
Wait,
we
so the
see
climb,
Hilly.
no, the climb didn't start there. So that was just
Now
a
it
random
starts.
descent, and then it just starts. Still, that's so technical.
I think it's the descent of that tiny bump that you spoke about
Yeah.
earlier. Peloton's going to go through it in
Is
2
Healy on
kilometers.
it? No, Healy's still not on it. This is
He's
like
on-
the little rise before
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He'll start pretty soon, though. Yeah, Healy wins, eh? There's nothing more we can say about Healy
Are
at the
we sure
moment.
he wins?
He wins.
Maybe.
I was sure yesterday, mate.
No, thank you. You picked a favorite, Benji.
Shut up. How's
pick-
McNulty doing?
I picked the other favorite. They're both the same odds. My one didn't go so well. McNulty.
Oh.
Wow, they're so far behind him.
Maybe he was the favorite after we picked him.
No, I think Healy and McNulty were always going to be
I
the
tried.
favourites. Yeah.
Okay. Any more watch-alongs planned on our side?
What's tomorrow? No, I'm not doing it for the TT. I'm not doing it for the TT. No chance.
During the tour?
During the tour, we'll do it. Yeah, during the tour, we'll do it. This was a test one. Maybe people liked it, maybe they didn't. I'm a little bit under the weather, but during the tour, we'll do it. I'm not, but yeah, the TT tomorrow, and maybe some, maybe not.
Anyway, the climb's about to begin.
Oh, Healy's on it.
Yeah, but I don't really care about Healy anymore. He's won anyway.
Pello's about to do the really steep descent, I
Yeah.
think. This is really narrow.
I like it.
Yeah, wow.
Well, on one end, I like it.
Kind of like
Oh,
Castelfidardo and
it's also now on the climb, eh? So
Yeah.
positioning going into it will be key.
like you can get easily boxed in if someone attacks on the other side of the group.
Yeah.
Through one of these corners, if you're trapped on the inside, you will not be able to get out for 3-4 seconds.
Bit of a reminder, first K is 7.1. First of all, the first half a K is 0.8%, so it's not much, but then it gets steeper to 7.1 for half kilometer, and then we get 1.5K at roughly 10 to 12%.
Visit Malta is sponsoring the Giro.
Also sponsoring Aolo.
Malta,
Yeah, Visit Malta. Yeah,
speak
because
English.
they brought out a vlog of them visiting
Really?
Malta. Yeah,
Speak English there.
yeah, I've been to Malta once with my
Alright.
school choir.
It has an
That's a story for another time.
it has an extremely low eco index, like native trees and stuff. It's all cleared.
So, do you mean that it's like all native trees or all
No, it's a desolate.
imported
It's
trees?
a desolate wasteland
Oh,
of yeah.
ruins everywhere. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
no,
actually.
it's okay. Malta. My friend went there. He liked it. I'm just
So that's pretty cool.
yeah. Peloton lost so much time. 6:45. They've lost like 2 minutes to Healy in the last 15 kilometers. He's flying.
This
Yeah.
group is also thinking we're here for second anyway.
UCI points in second and third. Yeah.
I'd love to see the sprint in the peloton at the moment, though.
So they're on the climb now. Must be that left hand.
Yeah.
Where that motorbike just went.
Max slope 90%.
This looks steep. I would like to see the peloton doing that technical descent. Oh, Bora have done the best lead out.
We've got a super chat from Sebastian Zaha. More watch-alongs helps with my Zwifting. We'll do that.
Thanks, Sebastian.
Or
Yeah, Bora should go.
They're going to do it for Vlasi.
With Leonard. Leonard's the best. Podium's on. So I think they've done that technical descent, right?
Yeah. Now it's close to the barriers.
Ooh, Jungels struck his pedal, did he?
He survived.
Yeah. Jumbo are deep in the group. I think Remco's well ahead of him. Damn, they've kicked it off now. Whoever's at the front has kicked it off. I don't know why we're seeing Hessman.
It's got to be Bora, eh?
Yeah. Oh, so they haven't really started the climb properly.
Volunteer by the Panther has been caught. I didn't know he was there.
Oh, has he been in the middle for like an hour and a half?
Yes.
Poor bastard. No TV coverage.
Mattia Bai's dropping. Derek G is now suffering as well. Zana's going to destroy everybody here.
Who's getting second?
Zana is going to drop everybody.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Nah, Verona just doing choo-choo.
Nah, Zana's going to take him.
And Zana's way better descender. He's gone. He's gone. Verona won't catch him on the descent either.
Ron, I'll get third.
Poor G. He is so important for creating the breakaway, and it's just too steep for him. I'd love to see the GC group though. Pretty sure we know who's going to win.
I think so as well.
Yeah, it'd be good to
A lot of Puccio supporters on this
Yeah.
climb.
love to see the GC.
Scaroni as well, all on the floor. And there's the Remco corner, apparently.
There's a monk.
Very random. Imagine being the sponsor paying for the stuff on the right wall that
Do
old
you reckon
people are
that's an
standing
official
in
sponsor though, or do you reckon someone's just put that up? I think someone's just put it up.
front. Really?
Yeah, why not? It's like when people do the sponsor in the field in the Tour de France. You look like,
No, that has to be an official sponsor.
why?
Because it's a different one that looks the same. Maybe the local area is selling sponsorships on the climb.
Maybe the local Chamber of Commerce just said whack them up. I don't know.
The fact that we're talking about that means that we should be seeing the GC group right now.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ, the GC group.
steep descent, and now it's into the climb for the GC group. Bora lighting it.
Remco's in a really good position on the Ineos train. Jumbo is super deep. Yeah. Well,
It's gonna be good.
If they really kick off, will Leknesson lose 28 seconds? I don't know how good his descending is.
If Remco lights it up, he will. And if I'm Remco, at this point, why not light it up if you have the energy to do it?
Yeah, and then you can do the descent on your own pace
Yeah. Well,
if you're alone.
will he though?
I don't know. Yeah.
A lot of people on here.
Yeah.
Oh, they've buried the last bit. Not that much of the last bit.
Oh, get your hands
Last-
behind the barriers, people.
Last 150 meters are barriered. 100 meters. Oh, that's probably being pretty good, I think. Yeah. Come on, show GC. Please. How long does the climb they take? 5 minutes, probably. 5 minutes, yeah, 5.5 minutes.
The thing is, someone's asking in the chat, Cameron is asking, shouldn't Remco want to avoid the pink skin suit? But on the other end, isn't it Castelli that's doing it?
Oh,
Is that not exactly the same as Quickstep
it's the
sponsor?
same manufacturer, but will it fit as well?
I don't know. Well, they will have his...
Yeah, but I presume. Oh, Roglic has finally moved up. Okay, he's gonna have to.
Leknesson
He
in
has to
front?
move. Roglic
Yeah.
has to. You cannot ask Hessman and Bowman to pace like that and not move.
But Remco should be closer to Roglic's wheel in my taste, though.
Roglic is moving. Roglic is moving. He's attacking. He's going to attack now.
And Remco sees it in the wheel of Leknesund.
Roglic tipped his hand too early. He should have done it when through the outside when Remco
Yeah.
got pinched.
Remco kind of boxed in, though.
Remco's not responding immediately, and Leknesson looks fucking good. Surely Remco would have moved by now.
There
Roglic
goes Kemna.
Fuck, Magnussen looks good.
Come on, show us the GC group.
Oh, please, come on. We waited a week for this, man.
He'll go away. I'm sorry.
Here we go.
Roglic goes.
Remco's dropped. Remco's dropped.
Wow.
He is dropped,
Boxed in
man.
or
He is dropped.
He's dropped.
He is dropped. Holy shit, do we have a Giro? Oh, no.
He's facing back.
He's in the rain.
You were very hyped there.
Wow, I thought.
It's not over. He can still.
No, listen,
capitulate.
I know he's going to take a minute in the TT.
I've
plus
lost my
tomorrow.
microphone and it's back.
I just want a Giro. Magnussen, what the fuck? He's, dude, Magnussen might attack.
I love it. He's out of contract, eh? Well, he might have already signed somewhere, but
Holy shit, look at him.
Remco gradually to the wheel.
I think Remco was just trying to get Ineos to close it for him, right?
I don't know. He doesn't look too comfortable.
Kemna dropping from Roglic. Dude, Magnussen having the right.
If Remco could easily close it, he would.
Yeah, geez. This is why. Wow, geez, looking good. Dunbar
Dunbar is
good.
there.
But Dunbar has always been good in Giro della Toscana 5 years ago.
Magnussen.
Holy. Remco is closing it
Remco's
now.
coming back.
Yeah.
Past the Bora rider. Kemna. Straight to Magnussen's wheel.
The thing is, Roglic should.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, but if Roglic has got the legs on the descent, he should also really try to test Remco. Wow, Remco's cadence is really tough in the hairpins, and then he winds it back on the fast bits.
Is it calculated, or what do you think? He wouldn't stay on 10 meters, though, if he could close it easily.
I don't know, honestly. I mean, I've not actually seen him with Remco.
I've never seen him ride
in
like
the
this.
Remco in the past. It's either like super dominant, immediately on the wheel, leading, pacing Roglic, or full crack. First Carpena dropped by 20 guys. I've never actually seen him just hold. I think he's riding to power.
I think so as well.
I think he's just riding to power.
Because now he's to Magnussen's wheel and he's going to go past him.
Because remember Maigmo Tibi in Valenciana, right?
Yeah.
Vlasov attacked him on the gravel section and he completely cracked. I think he's riding to power.
Almeida seems to be the
500
first UAE rider in the background.
He's holding the gap pretty stable, but
Nice. We're going to have a very stressful descent, I think.
It's 4
He's going to get to his wheel before the descent.
I think he's just doing, he's doing his pace.
Yeah.
He's riding really smart. But
This is kind of the thing. We'll never know until he actually drops at some point whether this is on purpose or not. He's getting to the wheel.
But wouldn't he have been on the wheel of Roglic? Like, why was he not on the wheel of Roglic?
Yeah.
Here we go. 1, 2.
He looks a bit stoic still, eh? He doesn't look very awful, eh, on the bike right now?
That's what I mean. It's something I'm not used to seeing from him. It's kind of just like he just can't
Roglic is taking time. Roglic is taking
now
time.
he is losing a lot of time.
Yeah.
And
Thomas and
this is what
Dragon
happened
Harder
with
coming.
Teo Almeida is there, I think. Yeah, now he's going nowhere now.
The gap's not huge, but it is there, eh?
Yeah.
That one might actually close it.
Don't you think Jumbo should have controlled the brake? Or would they never have controlled it?
I think it's not... With their team, I don't think...
Could you not have put a Feeney to control?
I'm not sure.
Probably, Healy's so strong.
We can discuss it on the pod, that one.
Yeah. Remco has been dropped by Carthy, by Thomas, by Almeida. And Carthy, you don't want to be behind him on the descent. Teo, this is what I said yesterday. Teo is fucking good. Look at him.
Thomas is in his wheel, eh?
This is what I said.
They're underrating themselves, like you said.
I was like, bro, you can win on Lago Luceno from a small group. You can win yesterday. But now can they hold...
Solid gap to Remco, eh?
Yeah, but now can they hold him on the descent? Like, Roglic is going to fall...
Almeida's looking at Remco?
Yeah, and Remco, Almeida on this descent...
Who's in that wheel? Is that Bahrain rider?
Yeah, either Caruso, I think. Roglic has to full send this descent.
Oh yeah, Healy's alive. Forgot about him.
Congratulations on your state win, Hilly.
Yeah. Primoz, you have to ride, dude. What do you have to ride full.
And like, Tao's not a rider because Thomas is right behind him.
Dude, you have to ride full gas. Forget about the Ineos guys. And also, they are going to probably drop on your wheel. Is this descent technical? It's a plateau for a bit. Primoz, you have to ride, man. Stop looking at them. You have a gap on Remco.
Come on, Primoz,
What are you
ride.
thinking? Just if they pull through.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I counted a bit fast, but 7, 8 seconds.
Yeah. But he has to get to the technical section. Ooh. If Tao pulls, he pulls. If Thomas pulls, he pulls. Whatever, buddy.
For a second, let's celebrate Ben Healy. He deserves it. Eh? What a stage. He's got it.
Congrats, Ben Healy.
Okay, now show the rest of him. We've got a Giro, man. We've got a Giro.
Healy's so good. He's so fucking good. Yeah, but this is the thing, right? We get so overexcited for a 5-second time gap on a climb, and then Remco will take a minute tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's like people. We act like we have this cognitive bias that gaps on the climb count for more, but they don't. Like the TT, or does this mean Remco's not going to be as good for the TT?
I'm not sure about that.
Come on, LCS, please show GC instead of the finish line. Come on.
Come on.
We can show Healy after.
I'm happy for him though, but
I'm happy, but we can see it on delay.
there's a wide corner.
Roglic will open this gap up on the descent. He will open this up.
Yeah.
The Ineos guys will be full gas. Caruso has dropped that later, and Remco in the descent.
Is it Butrago?
Oh, it looked like Caruso to me.
Yeah, PCS.
If the Super Tuck wasn't banned. Roglic has a moto. Remco won't have a moto either.
Yeah.
So Roglic has the moto. I think he's also done this descent many more times than Remco. See, in his teammate, he made Yates crash on his wheel in this corner 4 years ago. And his teammate crashed in front of him just before the corner. It's really technical left-right in there.
The gap's not major though.
No, it
I
is.
feel like it's coming down. And
Remco's going to be caught by the group behind who will pull for him.
apparently Parapent and Leknesson are close together according to internet, but
We don't need to see these guys.
come on. We see the sprint for a second between Derek G, Zana, and we've got Bargill. I'm going to throw my money on... Bargill's pretty good at flat
Bargill.
sprints, but Zana's going to take it.
Bargill will win. The second.
Come on, Derek G, you can do it.
Bargill's got second.
Come on, Derek. Come on, 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 come on. Derek from the front, Zana on the left side. He's going to try and come around. Bargill off the wheel.
Zana.
Oh, Derek has it. G has it. G has it. G has it. Come on, come on, come on, Derek. Come on, Derek. Come on, Derek.
Wow, really powerful.
Oh, la, 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 la.
Yeah, what a ride.
This man deserves his maple syrup tonight.
Yeah.
Now show the rest. Come on. Switch back, please. I feel like they switched back very late.
Do you reckon Jumbo could have gone, like, if they had Tratnik, Foss, and Hessing, does it make the gaps bigger?
Oh,
'Cause
probably.
if Roglic could do this on this climb, or is it the fact that, he only could do this on this climb because of the fatigue from the previous climbs?
Where's Bora? Shadow round.
I think Bora did the right thing.
To try.
And no, I don't think they try. Well, I think they entered in front position. Oh, no, huge, not like this. They're not far behind.
I can't tell you where they are.
Yeah, I'll see if I can.
Close riding really good.
Remco's in front of a Bahrain and a UAE.
I think they're not far behind. I think they're just behind. I think they're going to catch up.
Ineos should probably relay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
That's not
6, but that's not Remco.
Thomas should relay on the flat now. I accept Yeah, that's... Oh, it's Haig. Come on, Jack. I accept that on the technical part, they were struggling. That's Jay third wheel, right? But now Ineos have to relay. It's also for the podium.
Yeah, for certain. Of
Like-
course. Of course they need to relay.
Thomas can really wind a big gear here. What are they doing? Why would you not pull? You have all the podium contenders
It
behind
makes
you.
0 sense.
What the hell, guys? What the...
Like, unless they're completely fucked, but they have the descent.
Unless they're going to try and attack him right now. But why would you do that if you can just rule out all the rest for a bit?
I mean, I know they're defensive Ineos, but fuck me. You have Almeida behind, Vine, Haig, Caruso, Betrago, Almeida, Remco.
Now they're
Are
riding.
they attacking him or pulling?
Now they're pulling in the last stretch.
How long it take, man?
Imagine-
And now they're pulling full, like to the point where they put like, how is the communication not immediate? Like, we should probably pull. Like, what are
Exactly.
they thinking?
Remco's being forced to pull behind. The gap is going to be like 10 seconds or so
They
on the
could have
line.
gained so much. They could have gained another 5 seconds. Nah, maybe they were kind of fucked. But
Nah, I don't believe it. They should have pulled earlier.
You don't
4-3-4.
I don't believe they were fucked.
Oh, yeah.
They should have pulled earlier. 5, 6.
No, 10, 11.
Oh, is
12,
it?
13 seconds. Come on, Huge.
We've got a Giro.
Come on, Huge.
But more importantly, was Leknesson in that group? Probably not. He's in that group. And but Pantra, is he in this group with him? I think Leknesson might maybe keep Pink. I'm not certain. Leknesson's there. I think
that
he
was
keeps
close.
Pink.
That was close. I think he keeps it.
I think he keeps it.
I think Jay entered the final climb in really bad position.
Jumbo's going to be happy
And,
tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jay would have used energy from
Yeah.
that.
If you're in bad position on those narrow bits and someone goes, it doesn't matter how good your legs are. Remco having a ketone. By the way, the plan was to launch this stage circle 2 months ago. But this is the thing, 13 seconds, 14 seconds, you know. And how much time will Remco lose from the UCI this evening? The helicopter. Another
Nah,
20.
he will not lose seconds. Nah.
All right, we're gonna wrap up the stream now and
Yeah.
get prepared for the podcast in 10, 15 minutes. Thanks very much for joining us, guys and girls. Let us know if you enjoyed it down below or on the pod, and we'll do it again. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thanks.
Same. Ciao.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.